Hello, and welcome to our video on important updates to the Transaction Insight Portal. This is an important notice for providers who log onto the Transaction Insight Portal, also known as TIBCO or the TI Portal, to upload attachments such as medical records and the Daily Trip Report. If you select Non-Person Entity 2 and then enter information into the provider first name field, this will cause an error and your attachments will not link to your claim. This will cause your claim to be denied for missing documentation. Access has been seeing multiple errors amongst providers who are submitting documentation as a non-person entity 2. Do not enter any values in the provider first name field when submitting documentation as a non-person entity. This will cause your claim to be denied for missing documentation. At the bottom of the screen, we have an example of the incorrect formatting when submitting documentation using the Transaction Insight Portal. For the provider entity type qualifier field in this example, the provider has entered a non-person entity 2. For the provider last or organization name, the provider has entered the organization name. And for the provider first name field, the provider has entered their organization name. This is incorrect. And if you put something in this field, the documentation may not attach and the claim could deny. Here, we have provided an example of the correct formatting when submitting documentation using the Transaction Insight Portal. For the provider entity type qualifier field, in this example, the provider has selected non-person entity 2. The provider last or organization name field, the provider has entered the organization's name. And for the provider first name field, the provider has left it blank. The bottom of the screen shows a screenshot of how this will look in the Transaction Insight Portal. Here we have also provided another screenshot of the submitter details. Again, if a provider selects a non-person entity, they must leave the provider first name field blank. For more information, please refer to the following resources located on the DFSM Training Resources webpage. These include Claims Clues newsletter for July of 2021, the Transaction Insight Portal training presentation, as well as the TIBCO Foresight Transaction Web Upload Attachment Guide. Thank you so much.